know yourself.
Right.
You're very clear about what you want. And I mean, in reality, sometimes there are trade-offs. At this particular point, you want a job. And at certain points in time, really, I mean, it's a hard choice. You know, you have perhaps to stay on it until you can see something better. Because to use your example, and that's why it's not so rare at all about the falsification that takes place right throughout the society, is that because in many instances people set themselves up for failure, you know, with ridiculous expectations. No child left behind comes immediately to mind. Right?
In quality of life, we use symbiotic relationship.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mr. Taylor.
No, I'm just saying that it should follow, but it doesn't always follow. And I think the problem with work ethic, and this comes back to what you made a very good point about integrity. Because you can work in a situation where the work ethic is against your moral values. It's against your own sense of integrity. And you have a choice. Either you go with the flow, because you want the money, pays well, which is what we see Wall Street bankers do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you decide, well, hey, I have to get it.
Exactly. That's exactly why you have
And
to
so,
you are
you know,
the
work
worker.
ethic isn't always tied to your integrity. Right?
You are the egg, because the way you are becomes your work ethic, your life ethics. You as a person, you just don't be a hell of a bad person at home and then go to work and you just perfect. It doesn't work that way. So, however you are as a person, your ethic becomes your work ethic. If you don't have a good moral ethic in yourself, I don't care what you do. You can follow the rote system, and you're not going to be a good worker. It's just not going to happen, because something's going to happen your way that you're not going to be morally equipped to handle it at work.
Two bases up there, the light it would run better.
Okay.
It'd be like the more positive piece with yourself.
Okay.
You go with that.
The work ethic.
The work that, yeah.
They should be synonymous. I mean, you don't be good at work and come home and be bad morally.
Right. And so we have punctuality. We have being present. When you say present, Stephen.
Yes.
Okay. Experience, attitude and presentation, communication, willingness, consistency, conflict resolution, productivity, adaptability, openness to learn, problem solving. You know, but along with this work ethic, we also have to be willing to ask for help. Right? What will be the ingredients? What will be the ingredients that will be in this work ethic cake?
Presence.
All right.
Yeah.
Presence. Anything else?
Y'all need to have resumes so you can bam. That's what it sounds to me like. So start scratching them out so we can just have it. So whenever you go somewhere, it doesn't have to be just about oral communication. You got something to say, okay, this is where I start. So I think we don't have to really wait a long time for the end of the program for you to start, because you sound like make you're off and running. So you need to have to be equipped. So we can start working on that.
We're going to break the council down into some smaller things where we really begin to work on these matches, because I'm aware of all the barriers. And so if we have, you know, a group of people who are looking for jobs, and we have a...
Become a part of the board.
Yeah! I think this is great. We have a very small board of directors, and Stacy was nominated and selected and voted in as a board member. That's an honor.
My supervisor was like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, I ain't know. I put my name on the wish list, but you never know. I don't know what winners.
The voting happened just the afternoon before
That's
the
right.
meeting,
That's
and so
right.
it didn't get time to get out.
For me, it was actually an excellent networking experience. I was able to meet with, my field is actually IT, and I was able to meet with 4 or 5 different people who just, they pretty much had different things that were coming into in the same field, and I was able to learn a little bit from each of them. Afterwards, we had a little bit of a private meeting, but I learned a lot in that one day, in that just a little bit of hours.
It's like the gentleman shared text.
Right, Mark.
I wanted to get with him also to see if he not only, how they say it, he's there to train you, and also he has a bunch of knowledge technical wise, and see how that, I don't know all the technical terms and all that and how to work it, but customer service or whatever I can give, see if he can help me, train me a little and give me what I need.
The guy that when I left there, I was like, shoot, well, I need to do something. I started saying, ask you, man, I'm gonna come and volunteer 2 days a week.
Okay.
Just to get back, you know, and stay in plug. That's how I took from that.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Good. That's what's up. We can work that out. If not, what else? Somebody in the A, you know, part of the collaborative. You know what I'm saying? On the council. Ms. Hemphill, what did you gain from it?
I gained some knowledge, awareness, and also I volunteered myself to the youth program to help out on Saturday.
You
He
did.
gave me a call yesterday, and he asked me would I come there. I told him I was willing and able to work for him. Not work, but volunteer.
Yeah.
Because I have the spare time right now.
Yeah.
And it's no need me just sitting there, so I have let someone else use what I have. I mean, it may be a little, but I can give it to someone.
Yeah. That we know we depend on each other. You know, all of those qualities that are in this community that weren't in the community I grew up in has shown me that that's how I want to live. You know, that's how I live on my block. That's how, and so I think we're going to really be able to, as we succeed, you know, among ourselves, then others are getting attracted. Because they're saying, what are they doing over there? Because we have the natural inclination to share. And not everybody has that, hey, how you doing? That natural inclination. And I'll just tell you as somebody with a white skin who grew up in a white community, the world's missing it. We need to do work. And my excitement about this, what we're doing over here, is that we're really building a community of people. Even our employers are part of community. You know, and you saw that yesterday, right?
That's right, at Mr. Coy's shop.
Right, and we have to build something where first of all, we're recognized as human beings, and secondly, that we have some support for each other, right? And that we have some understanding by the employer. And so we can really work, instead of having these big gulfs, that we can grow and build. And what I find is that when people know they matter, we all work 10 times better. That's why the council keeps building, because it's all people who know everybody on that council matters. We all bring something different. A different talent that's needed, a different commitment, different resources, you know, that's needed to really build ourselves into jobs. And one of the things that we are doing is we're going to be, you know, really working to build more small businesses. And because we know the small businesses are really who's going to hire us. You know, and I mean, they do most of the hiring in the United States. So